even though the Stanley Cup is no longer in the building, the fans have remained there. The engine separated, the bumper completely dislocated from the car, and now it is a miracle that no one was killed in this accident. Good evening, I'm Adrian Fraga, and off the top at 5, deportation flights from Alligator Alcatraz began within the last few days. Governor DeSantis says migrants have started to be flown out of the detention facility deep in Florida's Everglades. And now while Davis is known for his fight in the ring, it's now his fight with the law that he's facing off with once again. As other Panthers players, including stars like Sasha Barkov, Sam Reinhart, Carter Verhaeghe, will be here at Canesburg later in the week. Police say this all started on the popular messaging app Kik, where Rogers actually even referred to himself as a pervert teacher. Right now, we're still trying to figure out the relationship between the driver and the two children, but the search continues. Despite the backlash, there's been a lot of events, such as this one, which is currently still ongoing, all working towards finding a solution. This place is wild. Even though the Stanley Cup is no longer in the building, the fans have remained there. And if you take a look at the elbow room, you can see just the amount of fans that are in the building. It is absolutely packed as these fans are getting their drink on, celebrating that Stanley Cup victory.
We're so proud of these guys. They put in so much work all year round.
Fans gather around the legendary elbow room celebrating the Stanley Cup win. Champagne is popping and beer is flowing out of the cup, with the players signing shirts, sweaters, and hats for the fans below.
We saw everybody. Schmitty was walking around, actually. Marchand came in late. Kachuk was up there. They were throwing hats. They were signing autographs. It was incredible.
Panthers defenseman Nate Schmidt celebrates his first Stanley Cup championship, hanging out with the fans down below.
Man, this is the greatest day ever. South Florida is the best place on earth.
The players all take turns kissing and lifting the cup, including Conn Smythe winner Sam Bennett, who is set to hit free agency this offseason. But the fans are begging for him to stay.
Bennett and more. That's all we need, baby.
A repeat now complete, and its fans now anticipating a dynasty.
2 years in a row. I need like 5 or 10.
Now a three-peat is not out of the question, but the last time that that's been done in the NHL was actually in the early 80s with the New York Islanders, who won 4 titles in a row. Reporting from Fort Lauderdale, Adrian Fraga, Local 10 News.
Great dad, a great father, a great friend.
An evening jog turns into heartbreak. Andrew Loretta, known to loved ones as Andy, struck by a speeding car outside of Shenandoah Park on Tuesday night. This video given to Local 10 shows the moment Loretta is hit.
Which is like boom, boom, boom.
You could see him fling over the truck and onto the pavement. We've chosen to blur the video. The driver, Andres Fialo Estupiran, hits 3 cars while attempting to flee, but is quickly caught.
At the same time, I hear this commotion, and when I look inside the park, there was a mountain of people. They had pinned down the driver that he tried to flee from the incident.
The community now in shock.
My heart sank.
Raul Charcon, the family's lawyer, tells us the family now suddenly in mourning following the incident.
That they are focused on this time together as they mourn the loss of a wonderful husband and father. They trust the authorities will do what is in their power to investigate this tragedy and see that the fullest extent of the law is applied.
Residents tell us that speeding has been an issue on Southwest 21st Avenue and that this was a preventable accident.
Unfortunately, there's an easy fix for things like this. A speed table, a traffic circle.
The family posting tributes on social media. The driver remains hospitalized but faces charges including leaving the scene of a crash resulting in serious bodily injury, as well as leaving the scene of a crash resulting in death. Reporting from Miami, Adrian Fraga, Local 10 News. Right now at 5, Jeffrey Epstein's convicted co-conspirator questioned by the Department of Justice for a second day, what President Trump is now saying about a possible pardon. Detainees deported, what we've learned about the first flights out of Alligator Alcatraz. Explosive emergency, a big blast at a dump site, the hazard waste fueling the fire. And Messi suddenly suspended, why the soccer star and another player are now sitting out of tomorrow's match. Plus, The Rock is remembering Hulk Hogan and their iconic match. The other wrestling legends coming together for a tribute at tonight's SmackDown. The news at 5 starts now. Good evening, I'm Adrian Fraga, and off the top at 5, Jeffrey Epstein's partner in crime back in the hot seat. Ghislaine Maxwell meeting with the Justice Department for the second day in a row as the pressure mounts for the Trump administration to release the rest of the Epstein files. Our D.C. Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy is live at the White House with more. Ben? The president also made headlines today, floating the idea of sending rebate checks to some Americans. What can you tell us about that, Ben? Thanks, Ben. Closer to home, Governor DeSantis revealing deportation flights have started at the so-called Alligator Alcatraz, and the first wave of migrants have already been flown out. Local 10's Hannah Yeshivi is live outside of the facility, deep in the Everglades. Thank you so much, Hannah. And developing now, divers are retrieving a car from a canal in Pembroke Pines. This is next to the US 27 at the intersection of Pines Boulevard. Police tell us the car is not related to a recent accident and that no one was hurt. Taking a live look outside now, no rain in sight, but the sun is steaming South Florida. No matter where you are, there's no escaping the baking heat. So let's bring in Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis with more on what's in store for the weekend. Hey Betty, what can you tell us? Betty, thank you so much. And now to an explosive emergency in Pompano Beach. A fire breaking out at a dumping site for hazardous waste. Local 10's Terrell Fournay is live at the scene with what he's learned. Terrell, thank you. And right now we're watching a couple of accidents in Broward. Caroline Coles is here with a check on traffic. Caroline, thank you so much. A woman convicted of killing her two youngest children and her estranged husband's girlfriend has finally received her punishment. Today, Lori Vallow-Daybell was sentenced to life in prison on 2 murder conspiracy convictions in Arizona. Vallow-Daybell was also convicted in separate trials this spring in Phoenix of conspiring to murder her estranged husband and her niece's ex-husband. Prosecutors say Vallow-Daybell wanted to collect on her husband's $1 million life insurance policy and marry her then-boyfriend, Chad Daybell, an Idaho author. And here's a look at the closing numbers on Wall Street. The Dow currently up 200 points, closing just shy of 45,000. It's now time for your tropical update. Hurricane specialist and storm surge expert Michael Lowry is here to show us exactly what he's watching. Michael? That's wonderful. Thank you, Michael. And Lionel Messi has been suspended by Major League Soccer. The superstar and another star teammate will miss tomorrow's match against Cincinnati. Local 10's Clay Ferrero is following this one for us in the newsroom. Clay? Thank you so much, Clay. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock, is remembering late wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, penning a lengthy tribute on social media. The Rock shared moving memories of who he called his childhood hero, telling the story about the time he caught one of Hogan's prized headbands in Madison Square Garden when he was just 12 years old. He says he gave it back to him because it was one of the last of that kind, and a month later, Hogan would gift him with a new one, just like he promised he would. The Rock also mentioned their iconic 2002 WWE match, recalling the energy was electric, and he never felt anything like that in his entire wrestling career. Hogan died yesterday after going into cardiac arrest at his Clearwater home. He was 71 years old, and WWE is now planning to honor the Hall of Famer at their SmackDown tonight in Cleveland, with several wrestling legends set to attend. Still ahead, cruel crime. More than a dozen animals found sick and starving at a popular farm. The owner now facing charges. Coming up at 6. A sailboat smashing into a jetty, sending passengers over the edge. The incredible rescues caught on camera. Coming up now at 5:30.